of this podcast. Let's get to the what we came here
Rob
to
is
do in the
hurting.
first place.
He's hurting right now, Jack.
Wrestlemania 40 is upon us. Now, Rob, you'll be at night 2, you said.
Yes,
Oh,
I will be at night 2, and Friday night I will be at Supercard of Honor.
Very good, very good, very good.
oh.
So I love how they built this match. Only 7 matches for night 1, 6 for night 2. Obviously subject to change if anything happens between now and Saturday. But I like the it's a nice balance. It's a by the way, is it 7 o'clock start or 8 o'clock start?
Um,
Because someone said
Earlier
7
than that.
o'clock.
It's going to be earlier than that.
Okay. Well, in any case, this is the first match. Women's World Championship on the line. The champ Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch. There's no way I mean,
It's for
I mean-
conclusion. Yeah.
I don't see Rhea lose this match just because of
No,
the fact that
no.
she's on a heater right now. What is Becky? Becky wins the title. Okay, cool. That's a cool story, but now what? Plus, isn't her contract expiring very soon too?
Yeah, and there's no news of her resigning yet. So
Yeah.
this is a foregone conclusion.
Rhea. I got Rhea in this one. Go ahead, Duke. What you got?
That's a good question. I think Rhea will retain, but I don't think she's going to get a clean win. Or if she does get a clean win, she'll be attacked right after. I don't think she's going to celebrate at the end.
Is she a tweener now?
Yeah, she's going to be a full baby face. I don't even call her a tweener. She's a baby face. Rhea's a baby face.
Yeah, because I see that more of a
Rhea's
baby face. Yeah, it's more like a baby face now. The more I see her. Rob, you the same boat, Rhea as well?
Oh yeah, I said a foregone conclusion. She's gonna win this. Because with the whole dissension and Judgment Day, somebody part of the group has to win, part of the group has to lose to further that. So, but she's gonna win.
All right. Yeah. I mean, it's the
Nia
right
Jax is going to be the person that's going to take that belt off of her eventually. It's going to be Nia.
How you like she's been booked since been back?
Nia Jax how she's been booked has been, as the kids say these days, mid. But Nia Jax's performance has been the best performance in wrestling, in my opinion. I think that
Really?
for 2024, there's nobody better than Nia Jax in terms of performance. I think she's just been literally perfect. I give her an A+.
Rob, what do you think about that? You agree with him?
Look, I think she's the best out of the people that Triple H actually had to make a decision on bringing back. Like Punk fell into his lap; he doesn't get credit for that. And
Yeah.
Cody was already there; he doesn't get credit for that either. But he had to actually make a decision to bring Nia Jax back. And so, out of the people he made a decision to bring back, she's easily the best one. And the Raw Women's division was on. I mean, sleeping.
Yeah. Was mid, as the kids say, as Duke said, the kids say mid at best.
Because they were keeping Rhea and Becky apart,
Right.
and then there was literally nobody else there that was even a believable contender. And so, Nia Jax changed that when she came back, and she woke the division up basically by coming back. And
little jolt, as he said. A little
yeah,
jolt.
because look, imagine if she hadn't come back. Look what would have happened. I mean, going from September up until the Elimination Chamber when Becky won the Chamber, what would have been going on if she hadn't come back? We're talking 3 or 4 months.
We disagree with that? No, do you agree with that, Duke? Right?
No, I agree 100%. I agree.
Okay. If she had not come back, what would have been going on? It'd have been a wasteland.
And it gives Rhea something to play with until this match.
Yeah, and so that division would have been a total wasteland if she hadn't come back. And
I do agree that if there's someone to start off Rhea, I think Nia Jax is possibly the next person in line to do that.
She's the one.
Yeah. No. They're already teasing it now as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. How about this one? IC title. Gunther still a champ. The quote unquote greatest of all time. I don't agree with that, but whatever. Versus Sami Zayn. So I know you and I, Duke, did a podcast last year. We ranked our top 10 IC champs all time. And did you have Gunther on your list at all?
I don't even think I had him on my list. So I mean,
do you feel it's been almost a year now? He's past Honky.
Listen, I
he's still there in that.
I like Gunther, but I'm not putting him on no list of greatest IC champ of all time. I think that's ridiculous. He doesn't have the amount of matches, the volume of matches to even be in that conversation. Okay. That doesn't mean that he's not an exciting wrestler to watch, a wrestler worth watching, and all that good stuff. But Give me a break, man. I think people are overblowing it. He has done nothing to elevate that title. People want to watch Gunther. They don't want to watch the IC champion, and there's a big difference there. Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't elevate the IC title.
I agree. I actually agree with that 100%.
Okay, they were there to see Stone Cold. They didn't give a damn that he had.
He was bigger than the title.
He was bigger than the title. I think Gunther's bigger than the title, so I don't put him in that. I think Sammy's going to lose because somebody's going to interfere. It's going to be as simple as that. It may be Chad Gable.
So Gunther retains, of course. Okay.
He retains, yeah. He shouldn't.
Yeah, I think so
too. He has a world title program. I don't think.
Well, I would have thought. At this point, I would have thought Gunther would have been in the title picture, that world title picture at this point.
Sure.
But we're here, so.
But real stars are here, so.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Dwayne came back, of course.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Rob. Who you got in this one?
I think Gunther wins. I think honestly, this would be a perfect time for them to borrow something from TNA with the option C, where Gunther could just drop the Intercontinental title in exchange for a world title shot. Because
cash in.
I mean, they'll win the briefcase.
Well, when's the last time a cash has happened on a
Oh no, the IC champ.
It's
happened. It has happened recently though.
No, Austin Theory tried it on the U.S. champion last year, but that's the only time, and that's only because they didn't have any. Because they knew. I mean, Roman was the unified champion, and Austin. They wouldn't. No way they were going to end that with no damn Money in the Bank cash in. So they had nothing to do with it. So they had to burn it off on something else. Which I mean, just a side note, but it's time to have I think it's time to retire the men's Money in the Bank briefcase for a couple of years.
Why is that?
Because if they're just not going to pull the trigger, if they keep having these cold feet and this waffling about pulling the trigger,
does it expire WrestleMania weekend?
No,
it expires. No,
how's it work? How's it work exactly?
You have a year. You have a full year.
So you have until July this year to do it. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just if they keep waffling. I mean, last year again, it was Austin Theory, and then they didn't. They had him use it on the U.S. title, and he didn't succeed.
But I thought they did a good job with the teases with it. Brock tease in the SummerSlam match against Roman. Remember?
You knew Austin Theory wasn't going to beat.
But it was still good storytelling, though, regardless, though.
I mean, there were funny moments. I mean, seeing him get knocked out by Tyson Fury was funny. I mean,
why do they have to win? They don't have to win. Who says they have to win?
Well, it's just. I mean, I agree, but okay. So there's Theory failed. The year before him was Big E. Big E succeeded. The year before him was The Miz. But then, all right, that was 2020. But then 2019 was Brock. But then you had 2018, Braun Strowman failed. 2017, Baron Corbin failed. So I just think right now it feels like they are very skittish about cashing in on the world champion, and the way they've done this with Priest has just been abysmal, because Seth Rollins has been laid out like how many times, and Damian Priest is not operating alone. He literally has 4 or 5 people at any given time to come out there with him, and for him to just not come out there at all, like several times where Seth Rollins was left like dead in the middle of the ring. It's just, to me, it's just too much waffling. And if you're afraid to pull the trigger, now because you have world champions you don't want to take the belt off of like that, then it's time to, I think, give it a break. But anyway,
I won't go that far, but I see your argument though. I don't think it's a bad argument at all. But I don't think you should put something as big as a Money Bank on a break. I think if it gets cashed out, that use this weekend, I think it's in the world title match, and not the Cody match either. It's the Seth Drew match.
So yeah,
a target. So,
but even with that, if he does do that, if he does win, I mean, we know that by SummerSlam it's going to be Drew and Punk and
maybe
Seth fighting over that belt.
Maybe, but let's move that fucking briefcase at some point down the road. We need to move it. It's been 9 months, 10 months.
Well, to me, they should have moved it already. They could have done it, and then if they wanted Seth to be champion at WrestleMania, you could have had Priest cash in on him back in October, and he could have won it back by now. because that happens a lot of times. The person cashes in, and then several times the person that they beat for it has won the belt back from them. So they could have done
Fellas,
that already.
you can't move the briefcase so quickly because it's a marketing piece. They sell
Well,
briefcases.
they move the
So,
women's briefcase real fast every year.
all right, but you
because
still have a
because
briefcase.
they identified that the title holders who and it won the briefcase were not that good. Liv
Yeah,
Morgan was
exactly.
terrible.
But
Nikki Cross. Let's be real. They tried things and it failed miserably. At least with the male side, there's more
competition.
competition. I guess. Yeah, that's a good word. That's what it is. They tried. You can't say women. The guys the companies and tried with women doing women. It's failed.
So what do y'all think about Io?
It's not believable either.
What do y'all think
I
about
think you keep it as long as you can keep it, even up to the pay-per-view. I don't
What
care.
they should do is create a secondary belt, mid-card belt for the women, like they have the IC and US titles.
Yeah,
Same way for the
You
women.
could do it. You could do it.
Because
I'm down.
no one believes Liv Morgan's a world title holder. No one believes in
She's-
Nikki Haley. Nikki Cross is the world title. No, but those are the levels to this. You have your top girls, Bianca's and Rhea's and Becky's, you name it, and then you have the lower level women who award them with a lesser belt. That's all.
Fair enough.
So where does Io fit into this category for y'all?
Io could do both. Io's great in the ring. She's believable
Io's
in the
great
ring.
in the ring, but she's a terrible character. So she's
Correct.
basically she's worse than Sheamus to me.
But the character could be. But this is why they need to bring managers back into fucking wrestling. That's why managers correct that problem.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's just my old school thinking.
Well,
But,
I mean, I agree. Io's not much of a character. The other thing I made with her is that she's supposed to be a heel, and she's just panders to the fucking crowd all the time.
Yep.
I mean, Brock Lesnar wasn't a great character either. But fucking, you put him with Paul Heyman. That's
he was a perfect character because he beat people up. You can understand
but again, he couldn't talk on the mic for fucking years.
Just beat people up.
Well, I agree.
Great character.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the Judgment Day, we have a 6-pack tag team ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. So the match will end after both titles under the Undisputed Championship banner, the Raw and SmackDown tag titles, have been retrieved, making it possible for the titles to split between both these teams. So the teams are, of course, the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest, versus DIY of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, versus the Awesome Truth of The Miz and R-Truth, versus the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus A-Town Down Under with, of course, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and the New Catch Republic of Peter Dunne and Tyler Bate. This could be a fucking banger, I think. I haven't watched week to week. This match is just new to me right now, and I'm like, whoa, this has night one possible favorite here. And Duke, you shake your hand, yes, so you agree?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a car crash, and I think that whoever wins has to be teams that need it.
I think
you know what I mean.
I think Theory Waller wins it.
Well, yeah, they should definitely win because they need the belts. It'll help them get over. And who's the other? DIY could win too.
DIY.
I think they're going to split the belts.
I think
they should, and they really should at this point now. They really should.
You're going to get two different champions walking out. You're going to get two different champions walking out.
Well, yeah, I think they wouldn't have mentioned that if one team was going to.
So wait, you think they split on this night, or you'll do
on this night? I think DIY wins one set, and I think that Theory and Waller win the other.
I'm with you on that too. DIY as well being another team. Yeah. Give it to new fresh blood there. Like I said, so I'm with you. DIY and A-Town Down Under. I'm rooting for that also too. Rob, what you got?
I think Theory and Waller win the blue ones, but I think Miz and Truth are going to win the red ones. They've been, they
don't need it. Mm-hmm. They don't need it. It'll be fun.
But that's a story though, because Truth got kicked out of Judgment Day and they beat the shit out of him a bunch of times, and it's payback. Right. So, and they did the same to the Miz. So I think that's the story. And but to me, the most important thing is that they split the belts up, because they have like a dozen tag teams and they've all been circling a drain because there's literally nothing for them to fight for. Basically, they fight for the right to lose to whoever the unified champions are. It's been that way for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And that's just completely taken the air out of the tag team division. Because there's just, again, there's nothing to win. And they're just fighting each other, and the matches have little meaning at all, because again, all you're fighting for is the right to lose to whoever, is the unified champions at the moment, because the unified tag team titles have been part of just a bigger angle or a bigger story for 2 years. And so it's not, the unified champs don't lose the belts until it's time to do a turn in the bigger story that they're in. That happened with the Usos and then with Kevin and Sammy, and then it's going to happen here with with Priest and Balor. So I'm hoping that to me, the most important thing is that the belts get split. I think Theory and Waller get one, and I think Truth and Miz get the other one.
Okay. We got the Usos fighting each other. Jimmy versus Jay. I feel like the Rock being back is taking this thing off this feud a little bit.
Yeah.
The match will fix that, though. The match will fix
that. It'll be a banger. I'm not worried about that. It'll be a banger.
Fix that. Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy needs to win here, right?
No.
I'm gonna go Jay.
Jay needs to be elevated to the main event, and he's not going to get there if he's taking losses at WrestleMania. So he needs to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jay as well too, though. Main event Jay.
Solo makes a mistake and hits Jimmy by accident, and that allows Jay to win.
And they feud probably after, or have a little something.
I don't know. I'm not big on Solo, to be honest. I mean, I think he's fine, but
I think Jay too.
Jay went, because again, Jay, like I said, Jay, they put an artificial ceiling on top of Jay for the past 6 months because because of the Cody thing and finishing the story and all that.
Right.
And look, me and what we've been saying over at the Mindless Wrestling Podcast, we've been saying for a long time, if it was anything but professional wrestling, Jay would be the one to beat Roman. But it's not Jay because they got to have a show the next week and they got to sell T-shirts the next week and all of that. But if you're
big storytelling.
If you were writing a book, if you're writing a novel, Jay would do it. If it was a video game, it would be Jay. If it was a comic book, it would be Jay. If it was like a TV miniseries, it would be Jay.
For wrestling, no.
But yeah, because you got to have a show the next week. So, but I think Jay wins here.
Yeah. All right. You got the 6-woman tag team match between Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus the Damage Control of Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane.
Oh, that's the foregone conclusion. This is a showcase for primarily Jade. They're gonna throw the girls around, and Naomi will get beat up for a few minutes, and then Bianca will clean house, and then Jade will come in there and finish off whoever's gonna take the pin.
I feel like that's not a demotion for Bianca, but clearly the last couple of WrestleManias being someone who virtually headlined one WrestleMania and then was pretty much on top of the card for the others. Kind of a little bit of cooling up period for her now, which is fine. Actually, it's okay to cool up a little bit and then reheat her again.
Well, her opponent is rehabbing an ACL. The opponent she's supposed to have is rehabbing an ACL. So.
Right. So it's okay because you can also get burnt out too, also as well. So it's not bad to have a little slight cool off for Bianca, but best believe they're gonna reheat her very soon. She's just too damn good. So, I'm taking the team of Bianca, my girls, Bianca, Naomi, and Jade.
The new nation. The new nation.
The new nation. The female nation. The female nation domination.
That's it.
Who'd you got? Same thing?
Yeah, but I would love to see somebody attack Naomi.
Why?
Bianca or Jade. I want to see that happen right away.
Wait, hold on, dude. She was we ranked the top 10 most people in wrestling history, and she was number 1 for you.
Okay.
Naomi. What are you doing?
I want to see her pay up.
Pay up for what?
You left.
She should
leave
let you
come back. Now you gotta do the favors.
Are you serious?
You're gonna do the favors. You're gonna do the favors.
Oh, good God.
You're gonna do the favors. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna do the favors. So
really?
Whether it be Bianca or Jade, they need to bust her. It could be both. They just make it good.
But I kind of say also too, I'm just glad Kairi Sane's back. Her and Asuka back together again.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love Kubika Warriors. Love them.
Absolutely.
All right. You picked also Nation Domination to Rob?
Yes, but I want them to attack Naomi.
Why?
Both of them, doesn't matter. Attack her ass.
Dude, Bianca is not turning heel. Okay,
She's already a heel, so it would be perfect.
You think so? You think so?
No, she's not. She's not a heel.
Jade and Bianca as a team would be like the female Road Warriors. That'd be perfect, right?
Oh my God.
So we can't act like that wouldn't be a great team. Now,
they would already
get heat.
If they form, they'll be immediately the most dominant female tag team ever. Just because of the look.
That's the best way to get heat. Get heat by destroying Naomi. Not beat her up, destroy her.
But what did Rob say on this podcast weeks ago? Okay. It's Jane Cena. That's her.
Jane Cena.
Jane Cena. There it is.
That's what
So,
Bianca
I
is.
don't think it's happening. I thought they would turn heel a while ago. Hasn't happened, so I don't think it's happening at this point.
All right, so then
But-
she's the
but you
one who
never
gets
know.
beat up. So
Right.
so wait, Naomi and Jade is a good tag team.
So wait a minute. So why do you want to see a
Bianca.
black woman get beat up?
Listen, that's
You
what
wanna
I'm
See
saying.
that? See, no. But to Duke's point, that I can see is happening more likely is those two attacking Bianca. I can see that
Yeah.
happening.
Do that. I
Yeah.
think that makes sense.
All right.
And then
Next
Bianca
one.
can deal with that.
Oh, good
We got a tag match here. The LWO, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Still the hottest heel right now going in the company, right? Well,
That's right.
next to The Rock, of course. Yeah.
I think Santos and Dom. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there too.
So I think
No, Dom ain't losing no match. You kidding me? Dom ain't losing that Mania. That ain't gonna work. Dom has to win.
we lost last year. I mean,
Yeah, but he can't lose again.
Yeah, but it
Gotta
makes but you gotta it's a feel good story. He didn't lose his heat. He didn't lose his heat. If anything, he got more heat after it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I don't think he's losing this time though.
No,
No.
he can't lose this time.
No,
They
no.
need to form
keep
their
it
own
hot.
little thing there with Andrade, so he's gonna win.
Right. And finally, the night one main event is the tag match, the Bloodline versus the Bloodline, of course, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously, the stipulation here, if Rhodes and Rollins wins, all members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during the title match on night 2 between Cody and Roman. Now, if The Rock and Roman wins, the championship match will be under Bloodline rules. So this match is going to tell us what we know. This match is going to be the clue of how the main event goes night 2. We assume anyway. I'm wrecking my head with this shit because Cody and Seth have been getting their ass whooped week to week, which tells me historically, well, it means the other team's going to win. But that's way too simple, man.
well, let's put it this way: Cody's daddy used to get his ass beat every week, and he would still lose the big match. So
that's true. That is true.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
he earned it. He earned it.
yeah. So
Hard times.
Right.
I mean,
Make it
so
good.
you have to keep that in mind. But honestly, this is one rare time where I honestly do not. I don't have an answer because this could go either way.
And that's great. Isn't that awesome, Rob? Come in here blind. What the fuck's gonna happen this weekend? And I'm tell me the story. I'm good.
Yeah, and this like well, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. This time it's definitely good that it's like this.
Yeah. Only marks on the internet telling me, oh, it should be this way. No, just follow the story, enjoy the match. You know,
And just yeah.
I'm gonna pick. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead.
Because I think, look, honestly, because I think whatever result they get to, they've been doing it so well that whatever result they get to will be when it's going to be executed really well.
Mhm.
And you should be able to take whatever result that comes out of it. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah. Bless you again.
I mean, like, the only part that I thought was badly done was when the whole thing where Cody said that the whole not at WrestleMania. I thought that was very just kind of clumsy and not well written stuff there. But outside of that, everything's been A+, man.
I'll say they are minting Cody as the next babyface. I mean, all these attacks, the Rock beating the shit out of him, and even the Rock couldn't get the entire crowd to go with him because they want Cody. He's being minted as the next guy. Who'd you pick this one?
All right, well, I got to pick somebody, so I'll pick. Man,
It's tough, isn't it?
yeah, I know, man, it is because, just like tying the two main events together, like I could see where Cody and Seth win, and then Cody's got Roman to himself. But if that happens, then somebody who is not in the bloodline is going to interfere.
Yes,
Because
we get to a night 2, obviously.
The night 2 main event is going to somebody's interfering in that match. Okay, it's just a matter of
who is, and we'll make predictions on the back end of the.
But since we got to say something, I'm going to go with Seth and Cody win night 1. Because I got to pick somebody. Okay,
go ahead, Duke.
Rock and Roman for sure. They're leaving them laying. Rock and Roman, absolutely, no question. Bloodline's going to be able to interfere. Cody's going to have to fight the world in order to win. He ends up, well, I won't say what happens at night 2.
We'll adjust that.
Rock and Roman is going to win. They're going to win, and they're going to decimate them in the end. That victory is going to leave people laying. Okay, shocking victory.
I think Rock and Roman win because I think Seth turns on Cody.
Even better. I love it.
Turns on them tonight. I mean, at night one.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes sense.
At night one.
Yeah, why not?
Leave him.
It's part of his character. Seth is not to be trusted.
Oh no, Seth. Okay, Seth turning absolutely makes sense. It's
the question is when. It's the when part.
Yeah, right. Because he's an insecure.
They are. I think
weasel.
But I think the reason why you do that is because I think the WWE right now is so invested in Cody Rhodes now. They just announced the extension a couple days ago also too, this contract extension. They are minting Cody as the next guy, like the next Hogan, Cena, Roman, you name it, the next guy. And all the rub they've given this guy, you just add another layer, another salt in the wound with Seth turning on him now on top of that too also.
Yeah.
You thought you can get more sympathy out of this, and then you add the Seth part, and then you already know Seth and Cody has had massive matches, so you have that story to tell on top of that now,
and they have real life heat too.
Yeah. So the question, so to me, to the point, the question is when with the Seth Cody split. Obviously, I think why not do it here, blow the whole fucking chaos up now on the biggest night, the Short Immortals. You know what I mean? So give me Roman, give me Bloodline, but because Seth turns on Cody.
Cody accidentally hits Seth. Seth takes it the wrong way, and he doesn't have to turn on him like he has to hit him. He just walks away.
Yeah,
that's all.
Mega powers.
He just leaves the match.
Mega powers. Mega powers.
Yeah.
There's history of this. So and that's all I said. Seth is very much like Savage.
Yeah,
very much like Savage.
Yeah.
So, which is a great segue to night number 2 because first match on the list here is the World Championship match, heavyweight championship match between Seth freaking Rollins and Drew McIntyre. For the record, like I said, I've been watching TDS like you guys have week to week, but the little I've been watching, I love the way they're using Drew McIntyre. He's a heel, yes, but he's kind of cool, a cool heel, like almost like a tweener type in a sense.
Well,
I love it.
We like him. Us on the internet, we like him. What he's doing.
Yes.
But he is 100% a heel. There's nothing. He's not doing for anything virtuous or anything like that.
Fellas, I think Talon changes hands tonight on Sunday.
I think Seth definitely loses. It's just the question is, does he just lose to Drew and that's it, or does Priest come in?
Yeah, I think
that's the only question.
Priest cashes in because we don't know if Seth doesn't have a new contract yet.
No, he doesn't.
Was both him and Becky in the same timeline? Okay.
Yep. So
what about Drew? Isn't Drew also up a deal as well too?
Well, I think Drew
is also up.
But I mean, looks
like he signed.
I'm saying that they wouldn't be doing all this with him if he had not resigned. They'd be jobbing him out. I mean,
sliding Priest in there though to beat both of them is a good statement to make.
It's possible, yeah. So either Drew wins or Priest cashes in, one or the other. But
I think both could happen. I think 100% Seth loses the match to Drew. Now, does Drew have the title beyond the night?
No,
it digs up in the air. I'll put that 50-50. Drew's winning the title no matter what. Is Drew champion leaving Philadelphia? Is the question. But Drew winning the title no matter what.
Yeah,
and I can see a cash in. I could see a cash in at some point as well too on this match. But give me Drew definitely win this match. I think he gets his moment finally at Mania, and you go from there. You guys all agree Drew wins?
Yes.
Yeah. But cash in too. Cash in's definitely happening on that match, and I wouldn't be surprised. I would put the belt on Priest in that situation.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
And then you build a Drew.
Well,
Priest.
Because you can have a Priest lose to Gunther. If Drew and Seth leaves, now you have a vehicle to get the belt on Gunther by SummerSlam.
That's very true.
So it satisfies everything, or at the Clash at the Castle, you can do it there.
Well, I think
which is when again? Which is when?
In June.
Is it June? June or
yeah.
July?
Okay.
It's in June, and by the way, Drew was on the poster for that. So.
Aha.
Okay, but
to
Brock
me,
Lesnar's been on the poster for WrestleMania for over a year. I mean,
Well,
but
he would have been in WrestleMania involved if it wasn't for
he's
these
not on
other
the poster
things.
now. I mean,
Well,
and,
he would have been there ahead of. Well, we already know. We have to go rehash that shit again.
but
All right.
the fact that they put Drew on a brand new poster suggests to me that he already resigned.
fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. All right. WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky the champ versus Bailey. Oh, this is easy. Get it, Bailey. Let's go.
Yeah, Bailey's gonna win that.
She deserves it. And she deserves it. She deserves her moment after what she
Yep.
did during the COVID and the pandemic. She was phenomenal. So she
And she
deserves
stuck
it.
around. She didn't leave the
Absolutely.
company.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unlike her buddy, her
Yeah.
best friend.
Oh, man,
I love Sasha. I love Sasha. I'm just saying.
Well,
Did she leave?
well, yes,
All right then.
What's the problem?
I mean,
she left. She's making more money. It worked out for everybody.
No, it's great. I'm not mad at her for doing it. I'm just saying, but she left.
Bailey's making more money because she left too. So everybody wins. It's all good.
yeah,
And Bailey supported her. Wasn't Bailey there for the debut? Yeah, we go.
yeah.
Best friends, I'll tell you. All right. I look forward to this match, actually. LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
LA Knight needs that victory.
Yes,
You got to give it to him. He needs it.
He's still red hot, too.
Not hot enough.
Well, I mean, the crowd loves him still.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Is it time to get him to a belt picture? But
yeah, he can be IC title.
US. Yeah. Get that mid card going. Get that mid card firmed up. You know what I mean? I'm with you. LA Knight, Rob, or are you going AJ?
I'm going AJ.
This is needed though. I don't know.
Well, it's not about need. I mean, most of these people don't. Most of these people don't need the win. I mean,
yes, they do.
I don't know all that now. Some people need the
Cody
rub.
Rhodes. If Cody Rhodes loses again at night 2, I don't know what to tell you. He needs that win.
Save that because I got a lot of things. I want to save a nice 20 minutes discussion about that because there's a lot of parameters, a lot of things in that. Save that content. But I know AJ look all swollen stuff though. But it's LA Knight. Yeah, I mean that's
AJ's on the Ike Pro, man.
Get that crowd going, man.
AJ and Randy Orton came back on that Ike Pro.
For real, right? Speaking of. All right, we got the U.S. title match, triple threat match for the U.S. title. We got Logan Paul the champ versus Randy Orton. Speaking of Ike Pro, and Kevin Owens. Call me crazy. I'm going KO.
I think Logan Paul escapes.
Really? Oh, goddamn! Come on.
KO and Randy cancel each other out, and he escapes.
My wife will be pissed off if she sees that shit.
Well, that's the point.
She hates Logan. She hates Logan Paul so much. So much, fellas. So much he hates Logan Paul that my soon-to-be 11-year-old son loves the Prime. Not allowed in the house. You can drink it outside the house. not in the house at all. He goes, you can drink that in the car, but you can bring that shit in the house. I hate that. No, he's not. You think I'm lying? Huh?
That stuff is expensive. What kind of job that boy
had? $2. What's that? Look at Walmart for $1.89.
Listen, $1.99 is still expensive for one bottle.
Okay, but I mean, listen, I can afford it, I guess, right?
Listen, that boy better start doing podcasting if he want Prime. All right, you ain't drinking no more Prime.
Oh, don't
you
go
get an Arizona iced tea and cut it out.
We're actually doing a quick YouTube short on each night. We're gonna do like a prediction. He's gonna have his predictions for all the matches this week.
Yeah, we're gonna put him to work. Listen, EJ, just tell him I'm you. It's all good. I'll lay it down. Just tell him I'm you. Boy.
I'll let those grandma said to get to work. You know what I mean? There you go.
Right.
Good job, cousin.
That's right.
I got KO though. I don't know why. It's got KO.
Not me. Logan Paul, 100%.
Okay. You got Logan Paul too, right, Rob?
Yep.
All right, we got a 6-man Philadelphia street fight between the Pride of Bobby Lashley, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford with BFAB versus the Final Testament of Karrion Kross, Akam, and Razor with Scarlett and Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering's back. Interesting. I mean, it's a Pride. Come on now. What are we doing here?
I guess.
Yeah.
Nation domination.
Unfortunately, with Dawkins, that big loss he had, his mom passed away. You don't beat him at WrestleMania. That's not right. It just
not only that, you're not beating Bobby Lashley. Period. End discussion. Regardless of circumstances.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's hurt business. Come on, business. Let's go. Yep. So, all right, we all agree with that, right? So,
I think so.
Okay.
Who cares?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's the who cares match.
It's a filler match. Yeah, it really is. Which sucks because these guys are for the most part, at least the Pride anyway.
The Street Profits are a disaster. I don't even. I don't know, man.
But is it a booking issue, Duke?
No, they have not progressed from a skill standpoint. You look at what happened with the New Day. You look at what happened with the Usos. You look at what happened with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. You can go down the list of tag teams that showed continuous growth. And I'm sorry, man, I don't see it in their work at all.
What are they
At
missing?
all.
What are they missing exactly? The in-ring work is fine, right?
No, it's
No.
not.
What is
It's not.
missing?
Everything.
Do you break them up?
Yeah, I mean, Dawkins could probably be a champion if he was on his own.
Shit, I think
I
Montez
know that
Ford
sounds
champion.
crazy, but you
Montez could too.
you could repackage him and do it.
Montez
Montez is going to end up breaking his neck before he could even get a chance. I think he's the weak link in that whole situation.
Really?
Wait, what?
Sounds crazy.
Jesus, that's a
Sounds
hard.
crazy.
That's a
That
hot
is a
take.
take. That is a take.
Dude. What are
No,
you?
man, I'm
We
telling you.
pew.
Montez Ford is holding that whole tag team. Is holding Dawkins back. I truly
What?
Wow.
I truly believe that.
I don't agree with that. I think Dawkins is talented, but I think Montez has the character. He's the character guy. You take him off by himself solo. He's like a mini version of Rock, in my opinion.
Oh please,
I can
that's
see that.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Oh no.
Trick Williams is a mini version of The Rock, not Montez Ford. And when
Okay,
you
shirt and
compare
tie.
Tez and
Okay.
Trick, big difference.
Okay,
Big
suit and tie.
difference.
Okay,
Yeah,
suit
listen,
and tie.
come on now. I didn't put the jacket on. I didn't want to scare you now. So
I know. Obviously, get too super
All right.
serious in danger zone, right? I get it.
That's
All
right.
right.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
Finally, here we go.
Well,
Go, Rob. Go ahead.
okay. I don't agree with. Well, I think that for one, I think like all the other tag teams, they're a victim of this unified tag team title thing. But also, I think there's just nothing else for them to. There's nothing else. I mean, there's nothing else for them to do. I mean, like, yeah, they could win the tag team titles again, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like, I guess, because so many people were calling for Montez to go solo, and so many people still feel like that's a thing that should happen, and so therefore, it just them staying together as a tag team just seems like there's just kind of nothing happening. And then when they formed this new group with Bobby, like I said before, that they needed to win something, preferably a tag team title, and since there wasn't one to win, they just didn't win anything, and it just kind of stagnated. And it's just, yeah. I mean, they're just kind of there,
Yeah.
But I don't think that Dawkins is. I don't think that Montez is holding them back. I mean, now I think Montez is. I think him not being so eager to branch out away from Dawkins, I think that's holding his own career back. But I mean, at this point, he's got to be willing to do that. I mean, if he doesn't want to break up with Dawkins, if he's out of loyalty or whatever, then at this point, I'm done worrying about it. It's his life and his career. If if there's a singles run for him there, but he doesn't want to take it, then that's his choice. I'm not stressing over it anymore.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is it. The main event, all main events. It's take 2 of Roman versus Cody. Obviously, stipulation we determined by night 1's main event. We discussed earlier. Roman's a champion. He's been champion for now 1,300 and what now?
A lot.
10
A
days,
lot of
some
time.
shit.
A lot of time.
I guess my main. This comes down to two things for me with Roman in terms of when they take the belt off of him. Because I remember last year it was saying at this time last year, once time off, and he still won the match against Cody.
Well, I had him winning last year. I did not.
Right, and I'm glad it happened for the record. I'm glad because I thought that swerve was great. I think people getting shot by that is what you want. I thought Cody being inserted as the winner last year was way too fucking obvious.
And plus, there wasn't any substance to their.
No, there was no build to it because Cody came back from injury at Royal Rumble, won the Rumble. Okay, really cool. Okay, whatever. And then you had the match already. That's it.
And there was zero substance to the program they were doing last year, so it made no sense for Cody to win.
Right. The second thing I want to know, because obviously Roman wanted time off, whatever, and even probably bigger for me is this: Roman's in range to pass Hogan's record, 4-year, 1-month reign as champion. Okay, he's in range.
Yeah.
At this rate, he'll have to go to September to beat the record. So he has two more hurdles left. It's WrestleMania and then SummerSlam, two massive hurdles. And I wonder how big a priority this is for the company for Roman to pass Hogan, because once they start mentioning the amount of time he's had the belt, and then they threw in Hogan's name, and they mentioned Hogan's name about this reign, clearly you do prioritize to some degree because you keep mentioning it.
Right.
So my question now is this: how big a priority is it for Roman to pass Hogan before they say, okay, now it's not the belt? Or is it a bigger priority to start mentioning Cody's next guy now? Because is there a risk now that Cody loses again a year later, same spot, and now, okay, now what? And people say, well, they did it with The Rock and Austin, but that was different though. Because
Well,
The Rock had the title going into both matches, the first two,
okay.
and lost
Well,
it. That's different.
yes. Depends on how they do it, right? If they find a way if they put a new spin on it, like if Rollins were to turn on him here and cost him the match, that puts a whole new spin on it.
Is it The Rock being involved, ready to spin as is?
Well,
They can't bring that.
but if Seth and Cody win on night one and the Bloodline can't get involved, then and see that's where Seth turning on him would make sense, because you know because again, if the Bloodline's not involved, then that means somebody is going to interfere on Roman's behalf who is not in the Bloodline. Because somebody is going to interfere in that match on Roman's behalf. It's on night two. All right. Somebody is. Um, so now it all depends. So it just it depends on what the plans are going forward. Because like if they're doing Roman versus The Rock next year at WrestleMania at 41, then obviously something has to happen to cause them to have a rift. But you have to time that so that it happens around January, right? You won't. I mean, because if they start beefing with each other in May of this year, then you got a whole year to sit on that or whatever, right? So it just depends on their plans, right? I mean, because as long as Cody doesn't lose the exact same way, like if Solo spikes him and Roman pins him again, then yeah, that's bad. Okay, if Roman beats him clean, that's bad.
It's bad. I agree.
But if they put a new spin on it and someone else interferes, someone who Seth Rollins interferes, turns on Cody, but that puts another spin on it, because again you give Cody another enemy again, and it just so it just depends on what their plans are really going forward.
Yeah.
And that's really all it is, because put it this way, I think you can prolong Cody winning, and you absolutely can do that. You don't have to do it here. It's just, if you're not going to do it here, how are you going to get out of it? How are you going to have him lose? And then what are the plans going forward? And
I asked you guys this question last year too, also, when we did this the first time with Cody and Roman. And I kept saying that the WrestleMania platform is where legends are born. Does Cody need to win the title, not just win the title against Roman, but does it have to be? Because I feel like it has to be on the WrestleMania platform. Because if you establish Cody as the next guy, all the next guys we've had started their iconic ascents on this stage.
well,
outside Hogan, but that's different because WrestleMania didn't exist when he won '84.
okay.
Well, outside
that doesn't
Danielson
exist.
Didn't win. Danielson didn't win the first time at WrestleMania.
Brock Lesnar won a SummerSlam.
Right, but true, but I would say that era was a little more murky because it's different times, and Rock was going away, and Austin was already gone for a while. That's more desperation. But Cena won his first title at WrestleMania. Savage, WrestleMania. You name it. All these, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania. Bret Hart, didn't win WrestleMania, but when he beat Yokozuna the year after, losing to Yokozuna because of the Hogan bullshit, WrestleMania. Everything has been topped off at WrestleMania, and then you go from there. Austin, WrestleMania.
Cody's gonna win. We know Cody's gonna win.
You there?
We're trying to play games. We're trying to play games here. We don't need to play games.
So the Hogan streak don't matter.
That never mattered.
Okay,
Cody's gonna win.
Well, I'll say
Cody's
this.
gonna win.
The Hogan thing, we brought that up.
Yeah, it never mattered to the company. Who
They
gives a
didn't
shit?
bring it.
but they're acknowledging it now.
Yeah,
They've been
because we
acknowledging
talked
that,
about it. Why not? They acknowledge they acknowledge ratings too when they don't give a damn about ratings. So, but it's Cody's gonna win. We know Cody's gonna win.
So part of me wants Hogan. Part of me wants Roman to lose because of the Hogan streak.
What? You want to protect Hulk Hogan?
I'm a Hogan's disciple, bro. You know that. You know
This
me.
is silly.
I'm
Listen,
not, dude.
no streak
I am
gets
not
rid of Hogan's
protecting
legacy.
Terry Bollea.
No, I get that part. I'm not even talking about that.
The same reason why I didn't want Gunther to beat past Honky, because I love Honky.
Nothing is gonna stop Hogan's legacy. Nobody cares about that. But it doesn't make business sense. Roman's tired, man. He's tired.
I also feel like Roman's
tired.
And I feel like in this feud too, Roman's been the third wheel almost.
Well, you have to do that because you have to show us what's possible after. What's life after Roman look like?
Well, The Rock is The Rock is just that big that he enters the equation, and all of a sudden it's about The Rock now.
He's the only person that could do it. Nobody else could have done it. You know what I mean? Nobody else who's healthy could have done it. So now take The Rock out, and I say no, Cody's not winning. You needed The Rock in order to get us to life after Roman.
Cody winning feels a little too obvious now, but not in the same way it did last year. It feels obvious in the way that
he wasn't going to win last year. I knew that wasn't going to happen.
No, but I was telling you that we both saying that we did the people last year on the show. We said that it's this way. It sounds weird. It's this way. The closer we got to the show, it's like that sounds too obvious.
But remember what I said though. You don't reward bad behavior. You want to leave. You want to break thrones. You want to be a big shot over at that little rinky-dink company.
But you also said too that people weren't ready for that whole All-American flag shit last year too. Also,
it was true.
It still applies now.
Yeah, I don't think Cody's going to hold the belt for long. I don't think Cody walks in a WrestleMania champion
next year. You mean?
No.
And if he does, he's going to lose to Punk. You know what I mean? But I don't think he walks into WrestleMania next year.
Cody can win his belt and then lose to SummerSlam, or lose it somewhere between there, and build him up again.
I don't think Cody is not somebody who should be carrying that belt for a long period of time. The chase is where the money's at with him, because
he's a sympathetic babyface, and the sympathetic babyface gets the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, and be Sting. Remember when Sting after Flair, when Sting was champion and business tanked because nobody cares about Sting being champion. They just wanted to see him chase.
And because and that's the thing. That's another reason to put it off though with Cody, because as soon as he wins, he's on the clock basically.
Yeah,
you gotta do it. You gotta pull
people so obsessed with the and Robbie, you mentioned this before also on the podcast last week. People are obsessed with this is do this now just because we want to see this. Okay, then what?
Yeah,
people don't want to then what? What stories we tell after that beyond that?
Destroy him is what?
But
Cody Rhodes, I love the fact you're getting your ass kicked every week. I love it. I love to see you get whipped. I love the fact that The Rock's calling you boy. I love it.
Mama Rhodes.
I told you before, Cody, this is what happens when you step out of line. So every whooping that you're getting is the whooping your daddy should have done a long time ago. I love it.
And I think this Rock comeback, this in the last few months, has probably reaffirmed that he is a Mount Rushmore WWE guy, because the impact.
Yeah, I'd move Austin off of the Mount Rushmore and put Rock there.
You can't
get
Austin. You can't Austin there.
Get Austin out there.
You can't. No, you can't do that. No, that's stupid. That's a dumb take.
He was there for 2 minutes.
Right. But however,
overrated joke. Get him out of here.
He is arguably still
get him out of here.
The biggest and most popular superstar, even in 2024.
It's a joke.
No.
Roman Reigns was able to deliver over $9 billion. Okay? That's the company got sold off of Roman Reigns' back. Don't talk to me about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Get him out of here.
I disagree with you 100% on that one.
Get him out of here.
And I understand
Roman on the Mount Rushmore. You put Hogan. You put The Rock, and maybe you put John Cena. Everybody else, get to the back of the line.
You agree with that, Duke? I'm Rob.
Depends on
Of
how
course
far
he
back
does.
we're going. No, it depends. It depends on how far back we're going.
Of course he
Okay.
does. He agrees.
No, because if we're going back all the way to the beginning, then Bruno should be on there.
Let's go. It's Vince Jr. Let's do Vince Jr.
All right, Vince Jr. Okay, Vince Jr. time. Okay, Vince Jr. time. Hogan, obviously. Cena, because Cena was on top for over a decade. Um,
Roman, $9 billion. You can't touch it.
okay, well,
Well,
now,
according to Beach Report, he's on number 13.
well, right.
We don't talk
So-
about Mark nonsense.
We don't talk about that shit though.
Okay,
Tomorrow's podcast though, right, Rob?
Okay,
This is too
Right.
highbrow, too top
Exactly.
shelf for that. Come on.
Yeah.
yes. All right. So basically, you got 2 spots for 3 people. You got 2 spots.
Roman
For,
Reigns. Say
you
the
got-
name.
all right, man, you go. Let me finish. You got 2 spots for Roman, Rock, and Austin. So which one are you taking out?
Roman Reigns.
All right,
Roman, Rock, and Austin.
you got those 3 fighting over 2 spots on Mount Rushmore. 'Cause-
Oh, it's Austin. Austin is guaranteed of the 3.
No, he's not. No,
and he
he's not.
battled out Roman.
Overrated.
I'll give it to Rock for now because Rock is longevity, of course, in and out. But when he
Rock
comes
has
back,
done it in so many different eras. You
Well,
gotta
and that's
give
it. So
The
Roman's not
Rock
there yet.
his
Then Roman's out.
due. How could Roman be out $9 billion?
Because I said so.
No one drew more than him.
Well, here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. But the thing with Rock and Austin is we don't get to Rock if Austin doesn't succeed. So
That's
not
and
true.
Thank you.
That's
no,
not
no,
true.
no, no, no. Wait, it's not
That's
true.
not true.
Rock
That's
is
not
credit
true.
Austin in that. Rock. I'm not saying Rock didn't do his own thing, but the momentum Austin gravitated from '96 going into '98.
yes,
Rock came behind that, and it was off the awesome momentum. Because the same credit we give Hogan for that business changes Austin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then you don't get Austin without Bret Hart. So you're gonna put Bret Hart on now?
No,
too?
Bret Hart put him over.
See?
Yes,
No.
but the
It's
same way.
got to be even. It's got to be even.
I mean,
See?
Look.
The Rock did it
I'm
in
not-
different eras, bro. You got to look at the years that The Rock kept
and that's why
coming
he's
back
there. It's
and
Rock,
being on top.
Austin, Hogan,
know?
and take off Cena then.
Nah,
Take Cena off then.
Austin, Roman Reigns got to be on there, bro.
Take Cena off then. I don't give a shit.
Cena, I think Rob brings up a good point about Cena. Cena did it for longer than all of them.
Yeah.
He did it for longer than
The
all
thing
of
is, though, this is why I'm not knocking Cena and Roman here because I didn't watch a lot of their early runs in real time.
them. Oh, you're disqualified anyway.
No. Right, but this is what I will say. you got a point there. Here's what I will say about that, though. The company has started shifting at that point to where it no longer was about the one guy around the company. It ended up being around the brands.
No,
Vince
not
shi-
Roman's era.
Zi-
Not
Zim-
Roman's era. It's
that
been
shifted.
about Roman, bro.
It
It's
was
been
a
about
SmackDown
Roman.
brand. It was 2 titles.
Stop.
Like
No, it's been about
WWF
Roman,
and
bro.
from 1984 to 1992, the WWF was built around Hulk Hogan, whether they had a belt or not. Didn't matter.
yes.
Okay.
You can't say
The
that
same
the
thing
company's
applied
not
to-
built around Roman Reigns.
The
bro.
same
You
thing
can't say
applied
that.
to Stone Cold Steve Austin as well too between 1996 and 2001, 2002.
Uh,
One guy, the company. One guy, the company.
Roman
You
Reigns.
know, Roman is the guy here, but you have 2 belts, 2 world title belts that they view as equal. Okay, 2 brands.
Do we
They
really view them as
We
equal?
don't, but I mean, they
Bro,
the world
Roman
title
Reigns
belts.
has generated more money than all those other names combined. You got to stop it right
But
now.
but
bro.
off the backs
gotta
that all
stop.
these guys have brought to the forefront. We don't get where we are with with Hogan starting the build, and then when the company went to shit for 5 years or 4 years, Austin brought it back. That doesn't even exist if Austin didn't do what he did in the late
Okay.
'90s. Let's be
Okay.
real here now.
Okay, so he can have.
You
the-
get
the
credit for
number 5
building
spot.
something.
He gets the number 5
You-
spot. It's
You can
okay.
you can argue Austin put fucking WCW out of business. Outside of stupidity, of course, but
Listen, don't disrespect Roman Reigns, bro. $9
I'm
billion.
not. I love Roman.
Nobody
I love
else can
Raymond.
say that.
Acknowledge him. Acknowledge him.
Look, no, this era right now, because there's been
It's
a lot
hard.
of revision. There's been a lot of revisionist history over the past year. Okay, because there have been people giving credit to Cody that he don't deserve, and there are people giving credit to Triple H that he don't deserve. This era did last since 2020. This has been Roman Reigns and the Bloodline story turned the company around.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
they were on a downward plateau. They were not about to. No, they were not about to go out of business.
It was stale though. They'd be
But
stale. Like
they were on a downward. They were on a downward. The entire business was on a downward slope. All
yeah,
right. And Roman Reigns and the Bloodline turned the business around, and I'm going to throw some of my little numbers research into here. The most important crucial period of these last 4 years was that run up to WrestleMania 38,
hmm
because that's when the turnaround became permanent.
Yep. Roman Reigns.
That's when it became permanent, when they were, and even though they're doing Roman and Brock again. You look at the numbers that were going on through that stretch. That is when the company turnaround became permanent. Well, not permanent as in forever, but that's when they got locked in. All right. Everything since Cody came back and Hunter took over, all of that is building off of those 3 or 4 months that led up to WrestleMania 38. That is what solidified everything. Okay, that is the foundation. That is,
So, are you arguing Roman Reigns should be on the Mount Rushmore at this point?
Um.
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying that I'm making an argument for Austin first and foremost. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, don't let me down, Rob. Don't let me down.
Let him down. He needs to be humbled a little bit.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll put it like this.
Don't let me down, Rob.
Give me Mount Rushmore now. Hogan, yes, right? Definitely, right?
Okay.
Hogan, without question, right?
Hogan, yes. I'd say Cena, yes. And all right. Well, here's the thing. All right. So Austin actually turned the company around. Magic and Bird turned the NBA around.
And I feel like those that should be.
I think
acknowledged.
Austin is Magic and Bird. Okay. Rock is Michael Jordan. Right. Michael Jordan built off of what Magic and Bird started, and he took it to a whole nother height. But he doesn't have the
Roman Reigns, man. What's going on right now? Just say Roman Reigns. What are you doing?
Because
I would fast take out Cena and put in Roman Reigns anyway. To be honest, quite escaped.
Maybe. All right. Well, then. All right. All right. Rock, Austin, Hogan, and Roman Reigns.
And you're gonna have Mark sitting there saying, "Well, Hogan's old and this and that, bad matches." You have to be there. Okay, first off, you're young, you're a punk, you're Mark. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Hulk Hogan was almost as big as celebrities in the 80s. He was on level with Michael Jackson, Eddie Murphy. Shut the fuck up. Trust me on that.
Listen, also, that's your clip to sell this episode, by the way. That clip right there, that's the one.
Yeah.
And and look, bad matches is subjective, because I think Matt and Nick Jackson have nothing but bad matches. So
I don't even watch them, so I couldn't even tell you, because I don't even watch them.
Rob can't stand Young Bucks, dude.
Yeah,
they are everything that I dislike about modern.
To Rob's point, my problem with the Young Bucks is it has nothing to do with the matches. They are exciting to watch, but they don't sell. They don't make you believe what they're doing. So, as someone as an old school guy who loves the storytelling aspect of it, like if you're getting hit, like how are you kicking out of 1 or 2 off a pile driver, for example? That's bullshit.
They take a dump on the business every time they step.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm old school.
They do it on purpose. They want to poke.
That's not wrestling.
Business, so
that's not wrestling.
About those guys.
So I would fast put Roman in there if I put Cena at this point.
And I'm thinking that also because for a lot of the time Cena was on top, things were kind of stagnating there. So
Cena kind of got the baton from Rock and Austin. He didn't take it to shit, obviously, but it didn't really do. Well, it didn't pick up either.
Well, y'all can't say that. The business, they never had a down year when Cena was on top. You could argue that Cena actually started the shift of consistent year-over-year increases.
But
on their
can I argue that the reason why I put Austin there is because you get more credit for helping save a fucking business? Because that's what he did. Austin literally saved that company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did it. But he only did it for a couple of years. So you got
injuries aside, but
you got to admit that it was only a couple of years, bro.
Well, because of injuries, of course. Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, but it was only a couple of years.
So Roman, Rushmore. So while Roman is on this run, I'm working against you though. So while Roman has been with this company now 12 years on the main roster, 12 years.
Yeah.
The Roman run where he gets these accolades, and now it's only 4.
4 or 5. Okay.
Well, now,
Because before 2020, Roman people were
That's still more than
done with
Austin.
Roman. Like, oh, he's forcing on a throw and this and that. And,
But that's more than Austin.
no, Austin got 4 or 5 years also too.
well, no,
He
Austin
got
didn't
90,
want him.
96, 97, 98, missed a chunk of 99, came out 2000, 2001. Got the what movement.
Austin
Dude,
himself will tell you that his run was only about 3 years. Come
his
on,
peak
bro.
run, yes, but he was still around for a couple of years after that.
But you ain't giving Roman credit for his 12, 13 years. You only giving him 4.
But again, the crowd didn't want Roman for
What part of
his
the-
first 7, 8 years. And
Okay,
they're idiots
right.
for the record. Put
What
that.
crowd?
I'm not saying
he
it's
was
right.
the top merchandise seller. The business was booming. What crowd? What
There was a
crowd? Who,
section. The incel folks didn't want him. Okay,
Right.
let's get clear. Okay, there was a section of the fan base that did not want him, and
Yeah,
those
adults didn't want him, but the kids loved him and the women loved him. So it is what it is.
Oh, the good looking dude, like long hair. But the
Yeah.
role he's in now is a bad guy. Vince, this is where Vince fucked up. He tried to do the Cena thing twice with Roman. No. And you said this on your podcast years ago, Duke.
Yep.
He's been a bad guy a long time ago, dude. He's a fucking good looking guy, gorgeous wife. You're cocky as fuck. Play into that.
And he's actually like that in real life.
Yes.
This is the worst part about it. This is who
Yeah.
he is. You know?
John Cena works as a face because that's really who he is. He really is a good guy,
Yeah.
a really good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Again,
true.
all I care about is this. I'm bound for Austin, obviously, but Hogan is lock, stock, and barrel on Mount Rushmore.
Hogan's
Anybody
the
that could be
only lock.
anybody that could be a top face in the company, both times, it should be in discussion.
Yeah. Hogan is the guarantee. Everybody else is debatable. Although Roman Reigns drew more money than all of them. So
well, in this era, it's with inflation and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
right,
easier.
No. The company sold for over $9 billion, bro. You can't top that. You have to give it to him. And you can't even say, well, he was the champion just at that time. No, he's been on a run.
All built off the back of Hulkamania that started first.
How much was the company valued at? You got to remember that. It was a $3 billion company. That was their market.
No. Again, Roman's going to
the fact that they sold for $9 billion, you got to give Roman his props.
Roman's gonna his flowers, like I said, but I guess all of this shit was built off the back of Hulkamania. Because no one watched wrestling before 1984.
Listen, Hulk Hogan ain't coming through the door, man. Stop it. All right, he ain't coming. Can't even walk.
Look, he's still a racist prick, but you know.
Well, yeah, that too.
But that's Terry. That's Terry.
Yeah, that's Terry.
So anyway, back to the match. I'm still gonna go Roman. Just cause.
Fair enough. I stick with Cody. I think Cody's gonna win it and then lose it soon enough.
I think if Cody wins, though, Austin makes an appearance.
That's okay.
Fucks up.
I think. All right. I said so because I said.
Well, I said Bloodline wins the match, right? I just said that.
Well,
I said Bloodline.
Before, yeah.
So then Cody's winning it because that will open up the stipulation of the Bloodline to be there, which means someone else on Cody's side will probably be there to help him out, which would be awesome.
There is, yeah.
Fuck up Rock. Go ahead, Rob. What are you gonna say?
all right. I'm saying Roman because I picked Cody and Seth to win night one, and Seth turns on Cody in the main event during the main event, screws him.
And you said Cody as well, Duke, right?
That's right.
So, because I think Seth Rollins, the character, is he's an insecure weasel, and who always, and who always, he's a pick me basically, and he did that promo where he was begging Cody to pick him for an opponent, and Cody did not pick him, and so if we're going to be consistent with Seth Rollins, the character, that would make him, he's insecure and jealous and all that stuff, and that pissed him off.
He likes to wear his wife's clothes, which is always interesting. So there's that too.
I mean,
yeah,
It's interesting.
Very interesting, right?